Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Crystal and we're getting ready. We're actually clearly in the middle of getting ready. I've already done my brows. I will put everything in the description box down below, what I use and stuff, but if you've seen one person fill in their brows, you've seen them all pretty much. I mean, for the most part, everybody does the same thing, but since I wanted to do kind of like a, you know, more dramatic eye look, I went ahead and did one eye, and then I'm going to do the other eye with you guys on camera. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. I am going to move this a little close so I can see. I am using the Vava Bloom palette by Morphe. It's a collab with someone. I just don't remember who. And we are just going to go in. So I've got tape on my eye. I have not put on any foundation or anything like that. So I wanted to kind of show you guys how I do a look when I use tape, because it's so much easier. So you don't have to worry about making a mess over here. You just go for it. You know what I mean? And it gives you this crispness. So anywho, how is everyone? How are you guys? How's everything going? If you live in Florida, like, how was the hurricane? I hope everything's okay. I hope your house is okay, all that good stuff. Because I was watching the news and kind of like keeping up with everything that's going on, or that was going on, and it just seemed terrifying, to be completely honest. I'm focusing, I can't talk. I'm focusing this more on the outer corner and elongating it. You know what I mean? As you can see. So, anywho, so it's October. Happy spooky season to everybody. I know that a lot of people love this time of year. I've said it before, I don't really care about Halloween. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite holiday. I'm more of a Christmas gal myself, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, Halloween's fun and all, but I'm just more of a Christmas kind of gal. As you can see, this is not really difficult. This look isn't really difficult. You know what I mean? Just some pink, a lighter pink, darker pink. I do have a little bit of a dark brown that I'm mixing with this purpley color on the outer corner. But right now we're good with that. We're gonna take a flat brush. I'm gonna wipe it on the bottom of my chair because I don't have anything else to wipe it on, and I don't want to get up. And I'm just gonna take some concealer and put it on this flat brush, and then we're going to place it right here. I'm going to look up, give a little mark, and then we're going to shape it out with the concealer, and that's where our shimmer's going to go. Okay, so you have this little concealer patch, and I'm going to take a little bit of like a deeper toned. I'm going to take these two shimmers on my finger, and I'm going to dab that where my darker shadow and the concealer meet to kind of make an ombre effect. See? And then I'm just going to take a lighter shimmer on my finger, and I'm going to do that on the inner corner, like so. I need a little bit extra on this one. There we go. There we go. That's brighter. I like the inner corner to be a lot brighter and shimmerier. That's a hard word to say. And then I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to take this darker purple color again, and I'm just going to kind of go over that outer corner real quick just to make sure that we didn't lose any of that depth. And then we're done with that. Super quick. It doesn't take forever, guys. This is a really easy look. It looks like it's harder than it actually is. And then we're going to take our eyelash curler And we're going to curl these lashes. And it's so satisfying when you rip off the tape. It's so satisfying. We're going to curl these lashes. Then we're going to take our liner. And this is so easy because there's tape down, so you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so we have the liner done. Super easy because we have the piece of tape. We're not going to take the tape off just yet. And since this look is so dramatic, it is, you know, I feel like my lashes are good and all, but it needs a little false lash. Sometimes you just gotta do a little false lash. These are, shit, got glue all over my finger. These are some Ardell wispies that I trimmed to fit my eye how I want. And then we're just gonna mascara. You know the drill, Benefit Roller Lash. My absolute fave mascara ever. Oh, guys, I gotta tell you this creepy story. Okay, so Friday, I was at the school, you know, picking up my kids. And while I was sitting in the parking lot, because I always get there a little early, get a good parking spot, you know. I was sitting in the parking lot and I was just, you know, chilling. And I noticed a guy run around. He was in the front of the school, and then he ran around the side of the school, and he was dressed like Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, well, you know, it's about to be October. Maybe somebody from the school dressed up like Spider-Man. They're doing something, you know, who knows? Whatever. Didn't really think a lot of it. I mean, I thought it was a little weird. It caught my attention. But, you know, hold on, let me put this on. Okay. So I thought it was a little strange, but I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm sure it's nothing. You know, cool. Well, shit, I need to extend this wing. See, this is the problem. I didn't get the tape completely even, so this is what we're going to do. Hold on, let me fix this. I'll be right back. Okay, fix it the best I can. We're going to roll with it. Anyways, so, Spider-Man. He ran around the side of the school, and I was like, well, nobody would just go to a school and just be running around uninvited. Like, that sounds like something stupid to do. Well, the kids weren't out of school yet. So, anywho, I go up to the school to grab Max, as I do, you know, because he comes out first. So I'll go up to the school to grab Max. Normally his class is the first one out, but they had a substitute on Friday, so they weren't out yet. But all the other kindergarten classes were out, and they always have them come out the front door and sit down. These are the kids that get picked up. The kids that ride the bus, obviously someone else is taking them to the bus. So they come out and they're sitting on the sidewalk by the front door of the school where they always are. And we have all these little kindergartners. It's Friday. They're excited. They get to go home. They have the weekend. They're 5 and 6 year olds, so they're super excited anyways. They're balls of energy. And here comes Spider-Man from the other side of the school where the playground is. Comes around the side of the building, walks up to the kindergartners, and of course, they see Spider-Man, so they're excited. And a lot of the parents are just kind of standing there, kind of looking at the situation. And we're all looking at each other like, you know, is this okay? Is this something that's happening? Like, what is going on? Who is this Spider-Man? And, you know, we're all kind of like thinking the same thing. Like, we're watching this situation, but what are we going to do? Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, bruh? Like, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, we're all just kind of like questioning what's happening. So, some of the teachers, I could tell, like, from their action, did not know what the heck was happening with this Spider-Man. And so I'm starting to get nervous, which my kid's not even outside yet. But, you know, I'm about to get into mama bear mode. And take down Spider-Man. All right. So one of the older teachers walks out and she goes, who are you? And y'all, I don't like to judge people, but the voice that came out from underneath this Spider-Man mask, I don't even know. It was like this really high-pitched, weird voice. Really strange. I don't know if they were trying to disguise their voice or what, but it started getting even weirder when they started talking. And the teacher's like, what are you doing here? And the kid, he's like, oh, I just wanted to, I say he because it looked like a male body underneath the costume. The voice was weird, but all signs pointed towards it was a male. They're in a giant Spider-Man leotard, so if you catch my drift, like, you could tell it was a dude. But, so, anyways, this person is like, oh, I just wanted to come, like, say hi to the kids and all this stuff, and she was like, did you, like, clear it with the school? And again, this weird voice is like, no, and she's like, you have to leave, get out of here now. And Spider-Man's just like, well, I just wanted to, say hi to the kids, and she's like, well, I just want to protect these kids, which, kudos to this teacher. But she's like, my job is to protect these kids, and you're not allowed on the campus. So you need to leave. And she asked if they had an ID, like a school ID, because, like, for you to be able to do that kind of stuff, you have to get, like, a little, like, visitor's ID, like, pass. It has, like, your picture on it and stuff. And I don't think Spider-Man understood what she was talking about, but they go, oh, it's at home. And she goes, well, go get it. And they never came back. And honestly, if I hadn't have been like, all right, I need to get my kids and get the hell out of here, I might would have followed them to see where the heck they went, so I could have called the cops, because that was the weirdest situation ever. So, yeah, very, very weird situation. Now, I don't know, that was the strangest thing, which they keep the doors locked at all times. Like, the doors unlock at 7:35. So kids can start going into class. And then once school starts I think school starts at 8, or maybe a little bit earlier now. Once school actually starts, they lock the doors completely. And if your kid's late, you have to, like, push a little buzzer, and they look at you through a camera, and they're like, what's up? What do you need? And you tell them, like, hey, I'm trying to sign in my kid. We were running late, yada, yada, yada. You sign in your kid. They buzz the door, unlock it, and then you sign in your kid, and you're gone. Same if you go to pick up your kid early, you have to hit the buzzer, and they're like, hey, what's up? What do you need? And you tell them, like, hey, I'm here to pick up my kid, and they'll let you in and stuff. But, so that makes me feel a little bit better. But I don't love the fact that some weirdo dressed as Spider-Man is running around the school, and he picked the kindergartners to come too. So not only are they fucking weird, it's just, that seems very convenient that you picked the youngest group of kids that actually was paying attention to you and saying hi to you, because kids were, like, jumping up, because they're supposed to sit down and they have to raise their hand whenever they see a parent or the person that is listed as the person that's allowed to pick you up from school. They're supposed to raise their hand, and then the teacher, makes sure that they actually, like, make eye contact with the parent, and then they tell you can walk to them. And these kids are getting up and walking over to this weirdo, because he's trying to give them high fives and stuff. And I know that if Max had been out there, he probably would have wanted to high five. And by the time Max came out, Spider-Man had run off. But that's just so scary. That's so terrifying. He could have stolen someone's kid. He could, I mean, like, obviously there was no place for him to really be concealing a weapon in his Spider-Man leotard. But with, no, I just am not, I'm uncomfortable. So, yeah, I'm not down with that. Let me know what you think. Like, that is the weirdest situation. And you know what? He could have just been someone that was a little bit like challenged in some way. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he had some sort of learning disability. So that sort of thing, him doing that wasn't odd to them. But to me, it's weird. I would never go up to an elementary school, any school, or any group of children dressed up like anything and just start. Sorry, I just noticed I have scratches all over my wrist. And I was like, what happened? I was playing with the dog. And just start talking to people's children. That is the weirdest thing ever. Like, not cool. Not okay in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. So, I'm just curious, like, what you think about the situation. When Max finally did come out, normally we go around to where Sophia walks out, and we wait on her, and he runs up and down the sidewalk because I'm like, yeah, you know, get out that extra energy. He runs up and down the sidewalk, and he plays on this, there's like a paver walkway, like wall type situation that's up higher that all the kids love to play on, and Max gets on there, and he plays on there, and he jumps around, and all that stuff. And so I told him, I was like, you do not get far from me at all. And I told him, I was like, there was a weirdo up here earlier dressed like Spider-Man trying to high-five all the kindergartners and stuff, and that's weird. Of course, I am not afraid to teach my kids that, yes, people can be great, but people can also be completely creepy and have bad intentions. And you got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that that's something that we have to teach kids nowadays, because, I mean, when I was younger, yeah, my parents were like, don't talk to strangers, obviously don't get in the car with a stranger, stuff like that, but it was never like, hey, there are people out there that, good Lord knows what they're trying to do with you, if they do get you, and you're not really safe when you're at Target, or the grocery store, or the park. You're not technically safe at your school. That's just scary, you know? Like, definitely weird, definitely scary, especially with the amount of crazies out there now. You never know what someone's intentions are, which is sad, because everybody likes to imagine that, there it is. Everyone likes to imagine that, you know, everything's all nice and good and your kid can just, like, go out and about. I am a very overprotective mother, and I'm completely aware of that. Like, I see kids in our neighborhood that are out riding their bikes completely by themselves, and I'm not talking about with other kids. I'm talking about completely alone. And, no. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that I would let either of my kids go out and about riding their bicycle completely alone. No. Like, if anybody ever sees either one of my children out and about riding their bicycle and I'm not with them or my husband's not with them, then y'all better call the police, because me and my husband are dead. Because we are both those parents that it's like, oh, you want to go ride your skateboard? You want to go ride your bike? All right, hold on real quick. Let me put on my tennis shoes because I'm about to go with you. I'm get the hiccups. I ain't down for that. My lips are so dry, guys. You know, kids are like walking petri dishes. And of course, my lovely, lovely little children. I say children. I know it's kindergarten. It's Max. Max brought home a cold and then gave it to myself and Sophia. And so I'm getting over that. It is not fun. I do not feel the best, but life goes on. We will make it. I need a lip liner. What about this one? You? Yeah. Let me line these lips. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Here is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. Honestly, this palette's really good. I really like it, which you guys know I love pinks. When I saw that, I was like, do I need another palette that has a bunch of pink shadows in it? No, I don't. Now I'm going to pick up. I'm trying to throw something in the trash. Come here. There we go. Alrighty. So, anyways, finished look. I went for a little bit more glam than I have been. I wanted something really, really pretty. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite part of today's look was in the comments down below. I will have everything in the description box. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so before you go. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.